Okay.
Show the best angle.
This is what we've been waiting for. Can Brian Shaw arm wrestle really good? All right, Brian, let's go.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my. Okay, elbow on the pad.
Yep.
All right.
We got it there.
I can't ref and arm wrestle at the same time.
Are you trying to cheat?
No, I'm trying to get it right. Oh. We need Tom. Where's Tom?
Yeah, we should find Tom. Yeah.
Where is Tom?
We need a referee.
Okay, there's Tom. What are you doing with the spatula?
We're making mukbang burgers. Because Brian eats a whole dickload of ribeye every day.
I don't know that dick load was the right word. Maybe choose again, but
Okay,
hey, fair enough, fair enough.
The man eats heaps of ribeye. Tons. So we got a video coming up, guys, where we do a mukbang. It's essentially just we're going to have a conversation with Brian about life in general in the next video. But let's get back to some arm wrestling. Brian, you are right-handed?
I am right-handed, yes.
Okay. Have you noticed a difference in grip strength between your right and left?
I actually have. I've always been better with my right hand, but I had a really bad nerve issue with my left hand that caused some major problems. So I've had to work really hard to come back from that with my left hand. So my left hand is still behind my right hand. It always was, but there's a little bit more. It was really similar in strength. So that's been a little bit of an issue, but thankfully that's in the past.
So you're saying I'm arm wrestling your good arm, which means I have nothing helping me right now.
This is my good arm, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you arm wrestled technically before?
I have not. No, not technically.
Cool.
This will be my first introduction, if you will, and so we can drop a little bit of knowledge and have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, we've made videos on the internet about this, so we are extremely experienced.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 2 months.
Is expert the right term to throw?
Well, you know, I would say I'd expect to be an expert quite soon, but we're almost there.
You've done a competition. Yeah. You've competed.
Yes.
You've learned some stuff. Pretty much you can sell training programs doing this.
Oh, well, if Brian Shaw says so,
Brian Shaw says it. Jujimufu arm wrestling program. Link in bio.
Isn't that how it works? But he only has 3 spots left, so you better jump on it.
Exactly.
Link in the description.
We're going to use the extra wide angle to distort how big his forearms are this whole time. We're going right-handed. Let's line up, elbow on the pad, our janky ass pad. Oh my gosh, your leverages are going to be pretty wild.
I don't know how this is going to work.
Bring your hips closer to the table.
You want your hips square with the table.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's basically the hips allow you to use more force in your shoulders, your chest, and the rest of your body. If you have your hips far away from the table, it's like having your hips far away from a deadlift.
You're trying to hook over there?
I like to cap my thumb like that.
Like that?
So you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Now is this...
And you're already getting the...
This is a...
So that's good. That's good wrist movement. You're getting this kind of...
so this is a strategic game.
It's crazy strategic.
If we were actually going to go here,
yeah,
what would you try to do to me to get an advantage? I'm assuming you would.
I'm going to go backwards for a second. Just give you the tips that I hear them just telling me over and over and over again. One is look at your hand.
Okay.
So don't be looking over here. Don't be looking at me. Don't look at it.
So even though this feels awkward to me being closer, I would want to do that.
Yeah. Well, technically, I think they would rise it up to the right heights for one of us, so we're equal.
So I would come down. Or whatever.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
I need to be at a disadvantage squatting now.
Okay. The next thing is you want your wrist and your shoulder kind of in a straight line, so you don't want to separate the two.
Okay.
All right. You don't want to get in any position that's.
Gotcha.
So you want these to kind of be even. Right?
Okay.
So these even. Look at your hands, hips kind of close to the table.
Okay.
And then you just try to gain wrist control over the other guy.
So you're trying to open me, and I try to open you back.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and you basically use I think the first move.
So if I can get you twisted like that, then
that's a hook.
That's a hook.
Okay.
So you're starting to hook there. If you start to bring your bringing your wrist towards you like this.
Okay. So if you were to hook me, you'd get me like that, and then over. And
Yeah.
that would be a terrible position for me to get in.
It would, but then you can use your strength to kind of push off of him.
When I try to go at you here, what I'm going to do, because this is the way I like to do it, I'm going to try to hook you
Sure.
like that, and
then
I'll
you
just
would
kinda
have me
sink.
back. Okay. Because the further you got me, the more your body weight you could put.
Yep.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if I want to bring you back, I'd have to pretty much pull and curl and
Exactly.
Well,
you
you
have
would-
to really fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
or you put yourself in a different position so that I'm fighting, my leverages are not as advantageous.
Okay.
You can kind of protect yourself and wait it out for me
Come
to
back. Okay.
Yeah. So this is why when you watch a lot of arm wrestling, they're kind of, unless you're just watching like a lightning match, they can sit there and they can kind of work at each other, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at the start, the referee is crucial, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of gamemanship that's going on.
Yeah, they're sitting there, they're trying
Oh,
to.
there's tons
play
of
it.
advantages and disadvantages that can happen just from a wrist angle.
Yeah.
So that's why the straps you see that happen, that's when kind of
Because
a
they're
foul
trying to
occurs.
move too
Yeah.
much.
They keep slipping because they're trying to cheat.
See,
Essentially, yeah. They're getting away with as much as they can get away with.
that makes sense, yeah.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
His
Yeah.
body.
Like back like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That worked.
Yeah. So am I trying to keep this angle the same
Cheat.
as I come back?
Here,
Yeah, you want to get that
Because I
shoulder
felt
in.
like as I lean back, I let that open.
You
more.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
see,
trying to pull back.
That's my mistake too. I always tend
Okay.
to like let my body go before my arm, and then the other arm wrestler.
because you
guys
have
are
a
trying-
stronger arm to start with, right?
I get a little. I just think I just get zealous and just want to go down. You know, bring
Okay.
it down, and then I leave
yeah, I
my arm
felt that.
behind.
I felt that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
All right. All right. You
So-
try to keep me from pinning you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Got you.
I mean, how hard do you want me to try?
As hard as you feel comfortable.
I wasn't sure what was.
Yeah. I'll be able to protect myself. I've learned enough to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was a banger.
There we go. There we go. That's a
I
strength.
don't feel like I used a lot of body there. That was more of, hey, I'm just gonna.
Brute form.
That wasn't
strength.
good technique. I feel like that wasn't good technique.
Hey, let's measure your forearms just to see how much you're working with here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
Okay. Any part of this? I have no clue.
Really?
You don't know how?
I don't measure anything ever.
All right.
Well, they're 18 and a half inches.
18.5.
Let's try one more. Let's measure it one more time. I want you to measure it like this, because that's essentially
this.
flexed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's-
oh, okay, that's bigger. Yep.
Yeah, because this is like measuring a bicep.
Is it bigger
Peak.
down here or
No,
where?
it's definitely bigger where I have it.
Yeah. That,
All
you, got a little,
All right.
little forearm peak there.
Tom, can you please put your finger there? Now,
Yeah,
let's see what
okay.
it's like. Okay, so
All right. Here's the string. Measurement string. It's coming. Flex 19.
19.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's sizable.
That's sizable. Try left
Okay.
forearm.
Okay.
Because of the bicep surgery, I
Yeah.
had to have my bicep reattached. My brachioradialis on my left had to do a lot of work for a long time.
Yes, do that.
Oh my God.
There, okay, I got it.
Can we do a forearm comparison between mine and his? Can
Yeah.
we show that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wax string.
Oh my God, those are bigger.
It's 19.
It's like right, a
19
little
and a
bit
half.
bigger, I think.
So,
Okay,
so
let's do it here.
Evened out.
Let's give him a normal person comparison.
Yeah.
Show the best angle. Are you showing the best angle?
I don't think it matters what angle's
Maybe
at,
put
Tom.
yours closer.
Yeah.
There, and I'll go back here. Is that working for the camera?
Nah, it was good at the beginning. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Right here?
I was trying to help him.
Oh, I don't want to be helped.
Oh, okay.
I want to look like a little
Okay.
forearm sissy boy.
All right. Let's,
Yeah, that's-
Why don't you
okay.
both do this one? Oh, look, I got the best angle. Oh, this looks good. Look at this. Oh.
God, it's this is bigger. It's bigger, right? It's
yeah,
bigger?
Yeah, I don't have to measure to see that.
I know that you had 25-inch biceps a while ago. Do you think they're bigger now?
You know, I have no idea.
Okay,
I have
let's
no idea.
measure those two. Why not?
The left one was bigger than the right. I do know that.
Left.
I got it.
Okay.
24.
24. 24 inch.
Not pumped
24.
though. Not pumped.
Definitely not pumped.
No.
Yeah. I feel like we could get.
We didn't do
we could get a
anything.
little bit on that one.
Yeah.
I think
With some
so.
training, but
That's wild.
yeah. If I did a like a bicep tricep superset,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like we could get.
26. Oh
Can we
yeah.
measure one more thing? Can we measure his ape index? You know what the ape
Yeah.
index is, Brian?
Isn't it your like height to
Correct.
arm?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm very interested in what his is going to be.
Okay. 6'8", I think is what it is.
Son of a I bet. Does it reach?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. What do we got here?
I got 7 feet.
7 feet. So it's
Plus 4 inches?
Plus 4 inches.
Plus 4?
Nice. That's. I mean,
Is that
that's
what's
necessary.
normal? What's normal for that? Or we don't know.
0 would be technically normal, but I believe average is above that. You know, like the average
Okay.
person has
So
it.
like an inch or 2 more or something?
Yeah, no, like
What's
an
your
inch,
guys's?
yeah. Mine's -2.
Oh, man. Okay.
And his is +7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so his is
So
nuts.
quite a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't think we measured anyone in person that's had a longer wingspan than me, right? Maybe my dad would.
Well, longer A plus,
index,
longer
right.
longer positive. He has a longer
Interesting.
wingspan, but
Interesting.
that plus 4. I mean, like if you had a +0, your deadlift would be in a weird spot. You
Sure.
know? Like,
So you're at a more of an advantage, obviously, for deadlifting or
Yes.
something like that.
yeah,
Pulling.
it'd be interesting to see what your stance would be if you had a +0 instead. 'Cause
Yeah.
it'd be different. Your arms would hang in a
I
different
mean,
way.
I can think of a few guys out there that have, been around or whatever that would probably be in that category.
Yeah.
And it makes it really hard, to pull when your arms are shorter because
Oh,
your
it's
leverage
nuts.
is terrible.
What about this?
Yeah, the Jonas
Yeah, the pressing.
Savickas. Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely has a
Pressing.
0 or -8 index.
Yeah, the pressing is at a big advantage.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Whereas I would imagine like both of us are at a little bit of a disadvantage there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate.
His
I
are
hate
messed up.
I hate
Yeah.
jerking logs.
Yeah.
That stuff's impossible for me.
Yeah.
I can clean it all day long. I can never get it up.
Just the,
How short my forearms are compared to yours, you know?
Yeah,
Like
totally.
mine start here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's a big difference.
it's gigantically different, right?
Yeah.
It's my forearms are exceptionally shorter than his as well.
Yeah.
Straighten out your arm, brother. His forearm is like is pretty much reaching a few
Yeah.
inches longer than mine.
Yeah, the funny thing I think about when, of course, I watched all the old World's Strongest Mans, and they had arm wrestling as part of the World's Strongest Man
They
contest.
did?
They did.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
So 1995, there was a competitor called Mega Man, Nathan Jones, who some people out there may remember. Massive dude, like 6'10", just really, really big. And a young Magnus Samuelsson, who was a European arm wrestling champion, completely snapped his arm.
Mega Man's?
Yeah, because of the technique.
Oh,
right.
God.
So Magnus knew exactly what he was doing, but he was much smaller then, and just held Nathan Jones, and Nathan almost like broke his own arm because Magnus was just holding him, and he was trying to push completely sideways, and just completely, just you can hear his arm snap. Like it was nasty. But I always think about that with arm wrestling because if you don't know what you're doing and you're very strong, this can be extremely dangerous.
Well, Magnus has one of the best grips ever, right?
Yeah,
In
grip
history.
strength and his arms are very strong. But also, he was, like I said, I believe, I don't know how many times, European arm wrestling champion. So he knew exactly what he was doing. So he was at a huge advantage. And, you put a lot of strong guys against somebody that knows what they're doing, and you try to pull completely sideways, and now you've got a big problem.
Yeah.
That if you're going against somebody that's experienced, you need to know what you're doing, not only to try to win, but also for safety, because it can be something that can mess you up really badly quickly. So arm wrestling is a unique thing that's interesting. I mean, it's fun to like play around. It's something that, I don't know, I'm not ever going to say that I wouldn't get into it. Maybe after Strongman's done or something like that, but it would be a lot of training, and from this, I could tell that I would want to watch a ton of videos and talk to the best guys I possibly could, which is kind of what I did with Strongman, same type of thing. It's learning an entire new thing, so I can just even feeling it a little bit, you can tell completely that it's a technique. There's a lot of gamemanship that would go on just in a matter of a couple seconds to try to win. You know?
There's the viral video of Devin Larratt beating Thor.
Oh, he made him look terrible.
Yeah.
What was Hofthor thinking? I mean, it's something where you jump into this, and I don't it's something where you need to be smart with what you're doing.
Right.
And him coming and trying to outlift me on a stone or something,
Right.
it would be impossible. But he's a master at what he does.
Yeah.
So when you're an expert, you have to give respect to an expert and say, okay, all right, buddy, like I'm not going to let you walk me into, you know, a death trap or something, you know. Stupid.
Well, on that note, we're very
Yeah.
inexperienced arm wrestlers, and we're teaching you arm wrestling, which is real stupid. So instead, we want to learn something from you. Mainly,
Okay.
Juji wants to learn what you're really good at,
Okay.
and that's stones.
Stones are something that I like a lot. I have a few different world records in lifting stones, so it's a good event. I like it. Yeah.
All right,
Let's do it.
I'm gonna warm up and learn from the best.
Oh no, dude, you just warmed up on the arm wrestling table.
Shut up.
Let's go right into the stones.
150-pound stone. I'm out of breath because I just lifted it 3 times, and that's all my cardio is going to give me for the day. But how do you warm up for this? Because I'm getting tendonitis from arm wrestling,
Yeah.
and this gives me tendonitis too. It seems like no matter what I do, I get tendonitis. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do to warm up for this?
Well, warming up for stones is tricky. It is really tricky.
Oh, so
because-
I'm not that bad.
No, it's
Okay, good.
because you have to lift a stone kind of to warm up. I mean,
Yeah.
you could make sure that your arms are have blood in them, your back's warmed up. Maybe do some rows or pull downs or something like that before. But I mean, for us, this is always the last event of the contest, or typically.
Yeah.
So you're already pretty warm, and I always throw it in at the last part of my training because it's typically the last event.
And it's
so I
the
like to do
messiest
it.
too.
It is. The cleanup from stones takes the longest. So I would say that instead of what we're doing right here with jumping right into it, it would be better to do maybe a couple other events before doing stones.
How about
and
lat
if you
pull
were-
down? Can we do lat pull down? after this?
Lap pull down would be great. Yeah.
Sure.
It's a great way to warm up. Get some blood in the arms and back. You know.
That was actually the 5th event in the last
Yeah,
World's Strongest Man. Yeah.
Pull down for reps.
Yeah. Had in common with the recent Super League event as well.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, actually, I think all the audience and fans are wondering: are you going to be in the next Super League?
I have not had any talks with them whatsoever. So that's all I could really say.
Reached out to you?
No, I haven't had a conversation. No.
Okay, I feel like that's better than them reaching out to you. Is just not at all. So
I got to play with. They had it out in Vegas, right?
I believe so.
I went to the gym that it was at, and the dumbbells they had made. I literally couldn't fit my hands inside the dumbbells, and some of the machines I couldn't, like, you know.
Yeah.
As you'll see in some of the other videos maybe that we did together, I don't fit great on machines.
Right.
So it was unique. I wouldn't really be able to compete possibly because of my size. So, but they haven't reached out, so that
Yeah.
answers that question.
Too big for Super League in a number of ways. All right, so you want to warm up a few more times?
Oh, I'm warmed up. I just did lat pull down 5th event. I got to go back to the 4th event round.
That's actually a really good choice. It really is a good choice because you're getting your arms, you're pulling, getting your back warmed up, you know, kind of engaging there. And that's what I would say. The only other thing that I would do is maybe do a little bit of soft tissue type of work.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you guys do a lot of grip strength. I do a lot of grip and pulling. It's the getting your just kind of things moving, really, you know, whether it's a roller or you can use whatever. You could use a lacrosse ball, something simple that you could find to warm it up. But I definitely do that before I do a lot of training to keep the tissue healthy.
I'm going to do that. We're not going to film it, though.
Okay.
You see these stones?
Yeah, you seem like
We're
a
at
ghost.
a humongous disadvantage with these stones because they're not made right.
They're not made correctly?
They're not made correctly.
What?
Yeah, so we were just talking about this, and what you guys have is Atlas stones that are not sealed. So there's no concrete sealer. So what happens over time is they get dusty and they dry out. So if you look at his hands, that's just it's a very bad surface to grip. So what I was saying is that you should take these stones, kind of wipe off all that dust, and then put a coat of concrete sealer on them, and they'll be much better for lifting.
Wow.
If you look at all the stones we've lifted that have been everywhere else but here, and you Google image Atlas stones, they all look different from these because they're all sealed. They all have that kind of darker gray slick look.
Dude. Yours look ashy. It looks like an 85-year-old dude's balls.
So yeah, it's 85-year-old
good.
dude's balls are really hard to lift. So
Right. And it's not like a leathery sack, you know?
yeah, you're wearing special sleeves.
Yeah. So
Like this is what I got. I just got.
Wait, hey, those special sleeves you sew Yourself. You
Yeah,
began your business by sewing.
I literally went and bought a sewing machine, didn't know how to sew, said I want to make sleeves to lift Atlas stones, and just trial and error, learned how to sew myself, and then started making them. So it gives me a better surface for lifting Atlas stones. So it's a lot of the guys that you see compete in World's Strongest Man, I've made sleeves for them.
Yeah.
So it's a much better surface to lift the stones than your skin,
Right.
because if you sweat, or if it's really humid or something like that, tacky can be great, but if you don't have a dry surface for the tacky to go on, you're not gonna stick any better than having essentially no tacky on.
Right.
So there's a lot to lifting stones, and we could talk for probably hours about this, because it's like the amount of research and things that I know about it. But that's a big one. Obviously, if you're lifting an unsealed stone that's really, really dusty, the weight that you can lift with this is definitely not even close to something you could do sealed, which is why you just said the first time you picked it up, you did almost a 400.
Yeah, the first time I jumped out of a car after me and Tom were driving back from New York for like 4 or 5 hours. You get out of the car like this, first time I ever picked up a stone, I nearly did a 405-pound stone.
Yeah, and you probably
We bought these,
Since
and
then he's struggling on 350s.
I can't do
Very
the
hard.
350
Well, yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'm just like, what the hell happened? It's
I'm just like the light bulb just went.
getting a pair of stone sleeves, sealing these stones, and then
We'll get you hooked up.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
And then you said there's 5 different types of tacky you use.
There can be. It depends on what country I'm traveling to, and what
the humidity
what the climate,
level
what
and
the
all that,
climate is
yeah.
like, the temperature. There's a lot of factors that go into lifting stones. I mean, it's just like I just competed in Dubai, and the set of stones was the heaviest one in history, heaviest one ever done. Ended with a 225 kilo stone, which is 495 pounds in a run. So it went from basically 375 to 500 essentially.
Jesus.
That's
And
a
that
big
was
jump.
it was a heavy set of stones, because typically, I mean, there's some contests that end with the 375 as the last stone. So, but yeah, having the right tacky, right setup with the sleeves.
I'm going to vent on this unsealed
Why don't you
stone.
just finish it off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it out. This is a 205. It's unsealed.
There you go.
All right. Do it again, because we actually have been just talking about stones. We haven't lifted any.
There you go. Good. Can you do one more?
Yeah.
I'll just help you real quick.
Okay.
So from here, wait, before you lift it,
Huh?
if you can, now, and you're a flexible guy, I don't even have to ask that question. You can drop, you need to use your legs a little bit more off the floor.
Huh?
Right now, you're relying on your back way too much. So once you get your grip set, your stance is really good, but your hips are too high. So, and also, if you can, walk your feet in just a little. There you go. Good. So hips come down. Use your legs to drive it off the floor.
Okay.
And not so much just pull with your back. That's good.
That was better.
That was better. All right.
And then from there, you're doing great. You're coming over the top.
All right. So I got a question for you while I'm here.
All right, hit me.
So is it better to be like this or like this?
The second one, over the top, is better.
Like this?
And then really what you want to think about out of the bottom here is getting it positioned on your upper abdomen.
Yeah.
And then take a big breath like you were going to do a deadlift or something, and push your stomach into the stone while you're pulling back with your arms.
Okay.
So that shove. Good job. Yeah, and you naturally are doing things that I don't even have to say, but you're coming off the ground, and you know how your feet come in immediately. A lot of people don't do that.
Well, Brian Hauser taught me how to do that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Brian, that's a good. It's when you've been around enough people that know this type of stuff, but you're like, this is I can tell that this is a natural thing for you. So there's no reason that you can't lift more than 400. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's totally possible. It's just we got to get you set up right, man.
I have just been at a huge disadvantage with these damn old man ball stones, Tom.
Yep. It sucks, but now you can make a change. You can
So-
you can have it better.
You know,
you can have it better.
The best part is he's not telling me to change my training or to do this. He's just telling me to go buy some sealant from Lowe's.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
These old guys have been playing too much chess in Central Park. They need a little sealant, you know.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm super excited that Brian sews. Have you told that to your YouTube channel?
We don't talk about it a lot. Yeah, we don't talk
you
about it a
got
lot.
to, man.
I know
It's so unique.
me sitting at a sewing machine is quite comical.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is.
maybe we'll do a sewing demo video or something.
You post a picture of you on a sewing machine on Instagram, that's going to double your normal likes.
Oh yeah, it'll be nuts.
Why don't we test it? We'll test it. We'll try it. Yeah.
Please, I want to see that.
Okay.
I'll be one of the likes.
All right, perfect.
I'm there. But we came out with these stuff. We sewed this, we heat pressed it. So I have so much respect for you because it takes a lot of work to sew things and do all the things yourself. And you could just get a company to do it, and eventually you do have to get people to help you out. But in the beginning, making it your own is really enjoyable.
No, it is. It's rewarding.
Yeah.
It's like you said. It's rewarding. It's you can outsource whatever you want to, but it's kind of like, okay, if I've personally done this and completed a project, it's and then like we were talking earlier, it's like if you see somebody wearing that,
Oh yeah.
you know that you touched it.
Yeah.
And now they're supporting you and helping
Exactly.
you out, so it's,
Well, I might have actually touched this one. I might have done the sewing on
No,
it.
I actually did it today. Okay, do you want to do heavier stones or what do you want to do?
I don't know. I just want to seal the stones now, so I think we should eat.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got a lot. I mean, do like one more stone just so the video has something in it. Next video, guys, we're gonna sit down, eat 6 pounds of ground ribeye, bacon, eggs, spinach, sweet potatoes, rice, and everything in between. It's basically
it sounds amazing.
your diet in one meal. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds incredible.
Oh, that's gonna
I'm
be
very
fun.
excited for that.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk, and in the gym we're gonna just eat burgers and hang out with Brian. And Juji's gonna do a 250 here.
Nice.
Yep.
Easy up. Good job.
All right.
We have the trifecta of arm tendonitis right here. An arm wrestling table, a stone thing, and gymnastics rings.
I bet that'll get better because the problem is you're fighting your grip so much on that.
Yeah.
That I can't imagine how that probably feels over
It
time.
hurts.
Yeah. Like you're just, it's like you said, just a complete assault. So I can understand why the elbow and arm pain is there. Mm-hmm. So we need to fix this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do more strongman stuff when we come out to Colorado.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. We got lots of toys and fun activities to try.
Sealed stones.
Yeah.
With some tacky, it's gonna be amazing.
Other than sealing your, man, just seal your fucking stones.
Okay.